crash hard, but sure don't break. Roots go deep, no storm can take. This land of ours where hearts ignite, Saipan stands holding tight. Tinian whispers, winds that heal. Roar rises, forged in steel. Island strong, we carry on. Through the dark, we find the dawn. Hold the line, we sing our song. Saipan Tinian Rota, island strong. Sky turns gray, but we don't fall. Towers crumble, we rebuild all. Sweat and tears, they mark the ground. Every loss, the strength we found. Mountains call, they stand so proud. Oceans roar, but we're not cowed. Island strong, we carry on. Through the dark, we find the dawn. Hold the line, we sing our song. Saipan Tinian Rota, island Island strong, we carry on. Through the dark, we find the dawn. Hold the line, we sing our song. Saipan Tinian Rota, island strong.
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. After spending hours at a British police station, the former Prince Andrew has been released. He was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office related to his links to Jeffrey Epstein. The AP's Danitska Kirka is in London.
This comes after the police were assessing information that appeared in the emails the U.S. Department of Justice released as part of their investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. King Charles III has said the law must take its course. The authorities are going to treat Andrew just like anyone else.
President Trump was asked about Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor's arrest.
Well, you know, I'm the expert in a way because I've been totally exonerated. That's very nice. I can actually speak about it very nicely. I think it's a shame. I think it's very sad. I think it's so bad for the royal family. It's a very, very sad. To me, it's a very sad thing. When I see that, it's a very sad thing. To see it and to see what's going on with his brother, who's obviously coming to our country very soon.
Andrew's brother, King Charles, said in a statement the law must take its course. A big banner featuring President Trump's face is hanging on another federal building. Here's the AP's Sagar Magani.
There are others, but this one is jarring. On the Justice Department headquarters, it amounts to a striking symbol of how the department's traditional independence from White House control has eroded, and a physical show of the president exerting power over the department that once investigated him. The banner's display comes 8 days after Attorney General Pam Bondi launched into a full-throated defense of the president before a House panel.
You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it.
Sagar Magani, Washington.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development is proposing a rule that would limit public housing mostly to citizens, which advocates fear could lead to tens of thousands of people being evicted. This is AP News. Some items removed in Philadelphia are back.
Workers are restoring an exhibit on slavery that was removed from the National Historical District at Independence Mall in Philadelphia. That's ahead of a Friday deadline set by a U.S. district judge. Last March, President Trump signed an executive order calling for public monuments to be uplifting. The abrupt removal of the exhibit set off a lawsuit by the city and other supporters. In her injunction, Judge Cynthia Roof compared the administration to the totalitarian regime in the novel 1984, saying an agency cannot arbitrarily decide what is true based on the whims of new leadership. The Justice Department is appealing her order. I'm Jennifer King.
A man who fatally beat 4 men as they slept on New York City streets has been convicted of murder. A jury rejected Randy Santos' insanity defense in the 2019 rampage. Santos' lawyer acknowledged he did it, but they argued he was too mentally ill to be held criminally responsible. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
All right, good morning, Marianas. It is Friday. It is 7:15, and we are here a little bit early, but nothing too crazy. What we've got, though, what we're in a holding pattern for, is for this fun little thing that we do from time to time, where we yawn into the microphone, but where we're on our friend's show over there in Guam, Ray Gibson on The Point. He's got someone on there right now. They asked me to slide in there this morning. And but it looks like they're deep into their discussion. 1 second. All right, so anyway, but we'll roll with our stuff until I hear back from them. I've got them queued up, ready to go when they are ready to go. But in the meantime, holy smokes, do we have a good day for you today. We got special guests in studio. We're going to do that sync-up call, that collab, as the kids call it these days. And we've got a bunch of the headlines that we've got going on for you. And we've got more of that coming up right now. Can you believe it?
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on, feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight repays. Southside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Nina's kitchen, so delicious.
Good morning, Marianas. Holy cow, what are they going to make at Ena's Kitchen for Lent? I don't know, but I know it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be delicious. And it's going to be amazing. I know it's not a burger day. I mean, like, Catholics of the world unite. We are not eating burgers today. I know it's sad. The worst part is that you hear that chicken. You can't eat chicken either. Like, what? But what happened? All right, I know. I'm a fish guy. I got to do fish. Pasta's good. Shrimp's good. Call Chef Selena. She'll get you something good. Oh, my God. I got to tell you, I ate all that stuff yesterday. Except for one of those 3 dishes. I ate 2 of those. Plus, we had a special edition of lunch that came in for the Eldon family fundraiser. Oh, my God. From Oh My Grill. That was so good yesterday. We got nothing but good food yesterday. Hashtag Whitefish Caleb. That's right. Yeah, we've got a lot of food going on in this world for us this past couple of days. It was a celebration of riches of food yesterday. It was so great. It was amazing. It was exactly what we needed. And after that rough start to the morning, too, with all the power stuff, so it all kind of worked out great. So good times, man, good times. Well, I want to welcome you to Good Morning Marianas. And, you know, I don't know what your plan is, whether you're here, if you live here or you're from Guam, you're from off island, you're planning a trip. But I'll tell you what, you can create the perfect family getaway. You could choose from the standard queen, the king, or add a Hertz-style or rent-a-car if you need it. And you can enjoy a great meal or surf club vouchers when it suits you. And you can get it all in one package only at Surf Rider Resort Hotel here in Saipan. Hey, there's no pressure. There's no complicated packages. Just quality time together in a place that feels easy from arrival to checkout. They've got rooms starting at $92 a night. That includes tax. That's right. Boy, that sounded like I yelled at you. But I'm sorry. I'm not yelling at you. You're okay, baby. But $92, and that includes the tax. They're close to the airport. They're walking distance to the best Sunset Beach. Surf Club restaurant is right there. Great Harvest is right there. You can book at Surf Rider Resort Hotel today. Give them a call, 235-7873, or you can email them, reservation at Surfrider, or at Saipan SurfriderHotel.com. There you go. That's a good deal. Yeah, well, it's great to see you guys. Yeah, the power thing's a problem. I agree, Karen. The power is an issue sometimes. It's one of those deals. Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. So anyhow, it is. At least we're having a decent day. Did you guys wake up in a cloud like I did today? No, I'm not talking about my head in the cloud, although it does feel like I'm pounding a little bit. But if we woke up in a cloud on the Top Chow side this morning, where normally, of course, it's dark when I'm waking up. You can see the lights of Garapan, and not like off in the distance, whatever. I mean, you can see all the hotels, the streets, the stoplights, and everything. Could not see a thing, not a glow. That is how heavy the cloud cover was up on Top Chow this morning. It was beautiful. It was nice and cool, and it's still nice and cool right now up at the Saipan International Airport. 75 degrees. Humidity's at 94%. We're looking at partly sunny skies today, high near 86, and a pretty decent wind, 9 to 11 miles per hour, so nothing too fierce, nothing too feisty, just pretty decent all day today. How about tomorrow? Well, good news for baseball. Mostly sunny skies, high near 85, and a pretty decent wind. But Saturday night, it's going to start to turn a little bit. We're looking at scattered showers, and the wind is going to pick up, and the chance of rain is 30%. So it's going to be kind of rainy again. You think we're close to the end of this stuff, and it's like Godfather 3. They keep pulling you back in. That's what's happening. Excuse me. I guess the Robert Duvall reference there with Godfather just definitely got me choked up or something right there. Anyway, not too bad. Checking you guys out and say, hey, what's going on? Saipan then he said, I'd be worried if I woke up in a cloud. Ain't never seen a cloud touch CK. Man, I'll tell you what, it is a different experience waking up in a cloud and driving through. I mean, regular drivers, you know, they're like, oh, it's a foggy day today, but you're in a cloud. If you've ever looked up to see Mount Tapachow and see a cloud surrounding it, that was what I was in, and it was just cool. It's kind of awesome, really. All right, well, I want to say good morning to you, Saipan Nenny. Great to see you. Oh, okay. They said, please, they can't do outgoing calls. Okay, we're going to call them now. We're calling our friends in Guam right now.
That you, brother?
That is.
Good morning, Saipan. It's good to hear your voice.
Hey, how come you can't do outgoing calls? What happened? You get in trouble with all those chat lines and stuff like that?
That's true. We're on the Epstein list, bro. Sorry about that. They're still investigating us. Hold on, all right, bro?
You
Hold
got
on.
it.
And the Express. That's what I go there for. Just want to get that. 7:23 in the morning. Jerry Roberts and the Extra Point. Who's on the phone?
Brad.
Which one?
The man from Saipan.
Oh, Brad Rizal.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is awesome. Okay. So I got Charlie and you and Jerry in the studio, and Brad Rizal checking in from Saipan. Listen, half a day, Brad. How you doing up there?
I was doing pretty good. I gotta say, I'm a little offended when you said. Which one? I'm like, is there another Brad that you talk to? Are you seeing other Brads behind my back, Ray?
I'm sorry. You've been in the Marianas too long. You've got this ego thing down. So whenever if I Valentine's like somebody else on Facebook, do you get mad?
I'm done.
You start following them around. Who's this? Giving a Brad a Valentine's like. Great to have you on. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and find out what's going on. Earlier in the week, a buddy of mine was responding to a buddy of yours up in the NMI that was mourning the passage of National Office Supplies. The owner has passed away. The FAC's on it, and I guess I'm sure they like he was being considered here on law, but that was planned for the fair.
Yeah, it is. We just interviewed Mary Irene Uy. So, I learned a lot about National Office Supply. Same name, but it's the National Office in Guam and National Office in Saipan were owned by two brothers. And the brother for Guam's passed away. The brother that's here is still alive. But the wife is running it. And they were contemplating closing it down, and not contemplating, they made an announcement to the staff and said that that's something that was happening, and that it was a combination of a lot of things, the economic factors, not so much the tourists that come in here, but just the overall purchases, the businesses, all these other businesses closing, and then they got hit with a bunch of what we've got more than what you've got, like the CW workers, the condition workers from Off Island. And they are getting hit with a whole bunch of them between this past December and this coming September. So it was really sad because, they've been in business up here for over 30 years, and it almost sounds like exhausting that the reason why they were closing is because with all of those things going back and forth, they just needed to take a little bit of a break with it.
Huh. Well, as I said, a landmark, and in more ways than one. Obviously, the business has been there for a while, but I remember joking with Emilio many years ago. I said, "How much extra did that huge sign cost you? It's the biggest sign in all of the CNMI."
I wondered if Mary Irene, she was saying that her husband built it, and he's got a construction background and all that, and because they built that whole building just for that. So the question that we've got for her is like, I wanted to talk to the husband about that specifically because of it. And the tough piece on it is that I couldn't get a hold of them, but you look at it and they're right there by the water. And I wonder if that wasn't like in the event of some tsunami, which never came, could that be like a breakwater? Because that thing
to protect everything behind it, because it was massive.
It is still massive. Absolutely. It's great.
Well, fingers crossed that better things will be happening for the CNMI. They have been around here. The GVB, the governor's office, has been touting the increases, the skyrocketing increases in the hospitality industry between the Japanese and the Koreans. And I note now a story that come out a couple of weeks ago is that Philippine Airlines is going to be returning the Manila-Saipan route. Are you guys excited about that?
Yes, but with cautious optimism. There's still a lot of meetings being held by husbands across the Marianas trying to come up with legitimate excuses for making those trips. And so far, there have been a lot of ideas. Some people are saying it'll be a health reason. Some people are saying for employers, and some people just want to visit the churches. And I think that's what's coming around.
Yep, there's LASIK, there's golf. honey, I'm going to go shopping for you at Greenbelt. Maybe we'll spend a little bit of time at Green Hills. I don't know, Mom, sir. Do we need some DVDs? Do you need some CDs? Find out for some of the guys on Guam that frequent Manila what it is that is causing them to get on the airplane on a regular basis. I was there 6 times last year, and literally was there 6 times last year. Most of it was medical for either myself or my sister, and there was one that was supposed to turn into a trip to Singapore for a trade show. But as it turns out, it was my partner's 40th anniversary. So never mind the trade show. I think I'd just stay up here in Manila and have a good time. But yeah, there's other reasons besides monkey business to go out there. I was thinking more in terms of inbound travel. Are you guys excited about the prospect of Filipinos that are able to get into the NMI coming out for business purposes, maybe relaxing on the beautiful beaches that you guys got up there?
Yeah, and that was part of the question. So when we had the press conference with the folks from Philippine Airlines, we were asking, who is the ideal traveler that you're thinking is going to fill those seats coming from the Philippines to Saipan? And they were thinking a lot of couples that were going to be coming in, business travelers who are already cleared to be able to fly into the U.S. It should be a pretty easy fit for them. It's very close. But they were also trying to market the ability to go to the Philippines. And, I know the monkey business thing is fine, but just the idea of being able to do nice things and see great things, be able to visit family and friends over there as well. But one of the funniest things was listening to our governor giving it to his top advisor the whole time. And he's because the folks from we asked, who do you think is the travelers from Saipan? And they mentioned young married couples who want to go there. The governor, without missing a beat, said, not just the young married couples. Right, Clyde, talking about his senior policy advisor, Clyde Narita. All the eyes looked over there. I think I saw him turn several shades of red at that moment.
Got to be. Yeah, don't getting doxxed like that. Well, it's March the 29th, I think, is when they're going to start with the inaugurals. I got fingers crossed that maybe this is one of the things that might help keep you guys at the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing. And so the other thing is that we're looking at different ways of getting travelers to come in here and using Philippine Airlines as a conduit to do that. And Ray, I know it's not as big of a thing for you guys there. We've got the covenant here. And so part of the covenant that we have with the United States is that there's a provision in there called 902 that opens up the abilities to have conversations between the United States and the CNMI. And we have a whole bunch of our folks over there from the public and private sector right now. They had these consultations. There's the IGIA that's happening. And there's senior leaders with the military, there's senior leaders with the private sector and with our elected officials here as well, who are meeting with all these different folks, including yesterday they had a meeting with Rick Scott, the one who is he was one of those 3 senators that was introducing removing the Guam CNMI visa waiver program. So they're hoping that a personal relationship will get them over the finish line there to say, hey, what are you doing? You might not like some of the stuff that was happening out here, but that Guam CNMI visa waiver program is something that's big for everybody out here in this region.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. There's a story that is moving this morning. She's moving to end the China visa waiver for the CNMI, and I know that that's some of the things that some of the visitors that are keeping the lights on out there. But and maybe the Philippine jump will help, like I said, keep you guys from flatlining completely. Brad Rizala from the village of the CNMI on the line with me this morning. Always a delight talking with you, Brad. Hope I get a chance to see you. You going to come down for the Cocoa Road Race?
Oh, I don't. You know what? This is going to sound terrible. So tell me, it's not this weekend? Is it? When is it?
No. It's April. It's in April. It's a big weekend. There's a ton of stuff going on. We got the Japan Spring Festival is going to be taking place actually the night before the Ekiden and the half marathon. So it's going to be interesting to see whether I'll be able to pull off both of them. I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, but in the meantime, check out GBB. In fact, I think I've got Regine Bisco Lee going to be calling in a few minutes to talk about some of the headlines that are going on with GBB here, and maybe a couple of other things that there's some green shoots that might be good for both of us.
Hey, I see it. April 12th. I'll do it. I'm in. I'll register. Okay. Well, if that's the proper, April 12th, 2026, I'm in. I'm going to come down for it.
All right. So what are you going to do? You're going to fly through Manila and then come back here?
Yeah, maybe after. You still want me to go to
that way.
Guam, right?
You'd rather you go to the Philippines than Guam. Right on. Brad, I'll check you later. I got to do news, man. I'll talk to you.
You good?
Brad is calling from the.
All right, that was Ray Gibson from the Ray Gibson Show. Oh, we just get to joke around a little bit and have a little bit of fun. But it's great to have them on there. And you can see that the big thing that they were talking about was what's going on with regards to the tourism here and what's going on with the National Office Supply being the big thing. And we sat down with Mary Irene for about an hour, a little bit more than an hour. And we had a really good talk with her. By the way, I want to say thanks to you guys for talking about the that noise clip out there. When I switched it over, I didn't see that the CUC thing was on there also. So yikes, sorry about that. Once in a while, I get those things. We're managing a whole bunch of different things. Didn't see that up there, and then that it was affecting the audio, and I certainly didn't hear it. So, but it's because of those comments from you guys that I was able to get that. So thank you. Thanks so much. But that was a clip, by the way, that we got sent to us yesterday about that power outage. We could talk about that too. But apparently that poll was the source of all of it from yesterday. No doubt about it. All of the power outage from yesterday all came from that one spot. So they're going to try to talk about what in the heck happened. Now, we did get an opportunity to have a press conference with the folks from CUC yesterday at 2:00, but we already had committed to having this press conference with the mayor's office at 2:30. So we still want to talk to the folks at CUC. They know that we want to talk to them. We had a phone call with them yesterday, but just wanted to tell them, hey, we just give us an update on all that other stuff as it happens, so we can continue to bring that stuff to you as it's happening too. So hopefully we'll be able to get in with them today. Now, today, based on you out there, you're sending us messages and tagging us on different storylines and all this other stuff. One of the things that people wanted to talk about was truancy in the CNMI and with regards to kids going to school and not going to school and all that. So today we have lined up our interview with PSS. They're going to walk us through how that works with the schools and how that works throughout the whole school system. When do they notice that a student's not there? When do they take action when a student's not there? When do they go out and visit? When do they network with DYS? Now, DYS, we have called them, and we were hoping for a callback, and we hadn't received it yet because we want to finish with them as well, this whole story about that, because it's a really good point. We're not going to talk about the specific case, but we received messages from the person who made that post on one of the Speak Up groups, and they sent us a private message explaining a situation that's happening with them, where basically they've got a mother who is neglecting her kids and not registering them for school. These are elementary school and middle school kids, and that in this particular case, she's a user, she doesn't have a vehicle, she's not registering her kids for school, and she is able to get to school, or she is able to get around when she's trying to get a fix or something like that. So again, we're not only asking them about this one particular situation, but in situations like this, where do those guardrails come in? Where do those kids get protected? Does it come from the PSS? Does it come from DYS? Does it come together with those guys working with the courts? So you brought this up as a big issue, and we're going to be tracking this down to you. So thank you. Oh, Karen says, send them to me. I will care for them. That is beautiful. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. And we want to hear from them directly, and tell that story. And also, one of the frustrations from the person who made that post anonymously and then messaged us was that they've started going down that road with this, and they're seeing the same thing over and over, and it hasn't changed. And how big of a problem is this? We want to talk to them directly, so that's what we'll be doing today. We're not going to do it live. We could, but this is not to be live. It's really, about putting it together for the bigger story altogether with both. and getting to the bottom of it. And then we'll have like an off-the-camera conversation with them too. Are you familiar with that situation? And so what's the deal? And that's it. This is how the community works together. That's how we can use these kind of a platform, these types of platforms to make that stuff happen. So I'm excited for that interview today and for what we're going to have for you going forward. Yeah. Thanks. All right, there you go. Just got a message from the guys over there in Guam saying thanks. I'm like, no, thanks. It was awesome. All right. Well, I believe, let's just fire it up. I believe that we've got something for you guys here. We do. This is great. We got an Olympic sports update for you from our friends over there at Fox Sports, providing us with all this stuff. So hold on one second. Here you go. Latest sports update.
Fox Sports Update.
An epic clash at the Winter Olympics is still in play, but just barely. The United States and Canadian hockey teams received scares on Wednesday, but both are moving on to the semifinals of the tournament. Team USA defeated Sweden 2-1 in overtime, thanks to a goal from Quinn Hughes, after the Swedes forced the extra period with a late goal in the third. The U.S. now moves on to face Slovakia on Friday. Earlier in the day, Canada rallied to defeat Czechia 4-3 in overtime, sending the top seed into the semis to face Finland. The Canadians trailed by a goal late in the third period before Nick Suzuki tied the score on a deflection with 3:27 remaining, and Mitch Marner ended the game in OT.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Heading over to college hoops, Creighton went into UConn and stunned the Huskies.
The Creighton Blue Jays come to Stores and stun the number 5 team in the country.
That was courtesy of TNT, as Creighton, who entered Wednesday night losing 5 of their last 6, defeated 5th-ranked UConn 91-84. Staying in college basketball, Texas Tech star forward J.T. Toppin will miss the rest of the season after tearing his ACL in a loss to Arizona State on Tuesday. Toppin, a preseason AP All-American, is the Big 12's leading rebounder and ranks 3rd in the league in points per game. In NFL news, the off-the-field legal issues for Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice continue. Rice's former girlfriend has filed a civil lawsuit in Texas, alleging he repeatedly assaulted her from December 2023 to July 2025. The woman, Dakota Jones, is seeking more than $1 million. In a statement, Rice's attorney said in part, quote, on October 9th, 2025, well after the parties' relationship had ended, Ms. Jones stated under penalty in a sworn affidavit for non-prosecution that, quote, Mr. Rice and I had a verbal argument, but he did not punch me. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now.
And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274 or email gborja@nmposse.org. So welcome back. It is 7:46, and we are bringing you terrible dance moves because tonight is salsa night. That's right, Freedom Chicks present salsa night. $10 gets you one in the door. Number two, it gets you a free drink, and you can also buy some amazing appetizers provided by Chef Selena. It is salsa, timba, salsa romantica, salsa pesada. Son. This Friday, today, 9 o'clock over at Mama Rio's Cafe in Garapan. If you want to find out more information about that, give them a call at 287-2433. That should be a lot of fun. We had them in studio yesterday, and we talked about this quite a bit, and my gosh, then we talked about the food, and clearly I focused on the food. But it was a great event having them in here, but it's going to be a great event tonight over there at Mama Rio's. 9 o'clock, salsa night. Go check it out. $10 to get in, get you one free drink, and you guys, there's going to be all kinds of appetizers there that you guys can go in and get down on. It should be awesome. So whenever there's something cool and new in Saipan, you got to try it. You got to get out there. Don't get that fear of missing out. Don't let that take over your life because you got the opportunity to get there. So go ahead and do it. It should be a lot of fun tonight. All right, there's a lot going on tonight. There's a lot going on all week. As we mentioned earlier, we've got that big interview coming up in about 2 hours from now. Then throughout the day, there's other stuff that's happening. They're launching these new buoys. This part is really cool. They have buoys that measure the wave heights and everything, and they've got to put them out there, right? But today, the one that they're going to put out, hopefully the sea conditions are going to be fine for them as well. But they're going to be launching it with one of the boats, or one of the canoes from 500 sails. How cool is that? So they're using the Carolina, the Michaela, that's going to be coming in, or going out, to drop this buoy. And it's really cool, too, because that not only measures wave heights and all that other stuff and is a good indicator for other things that are happening, but it also attracts the fish. Yeah, it's a not solely for the purpose of a fish aggregate device, but it kind of does it anyway. So that's pretty neat. There's another thing happening today. Aside from my daughter's dental appointment, today at 4:30, there's a young man who is going to declare that he is going to be playing soccer for. Well, here I'll give it to you. We'll be here for it. I just got to get out of there. We have to race from the dentist to get to this place on time, and I can't wait because my daughter. I'll have both of my kids, our kids, with us when this happens. But it's one of our friends. Their son is declaring for college, and here it is, for soccer in particular. Now, both of our kids play soccer, and but so that's why I think this will be neat, because it's a combination of this kid who is going to be declaring that he is going to be going to college at William Penn University in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and that's going to be Shumi, Edward Areola, who's going to be the first goalkeeper from the CNMI to be recruited directly out of Marianas High School to go play collegiate soccer in the United States. It's really cool. So we're going to be there for it. It's a big deal. You know, we got a message from proud parents saying, hey, this moment represents an important milestone, not only for him, but for the whole family, and also for MHS and the CNMI soccer community. Said this journey reflects years of dedication, the support of coaches, teammates, school administrators, and the community. Shumi's going to be attending William Penn University, private university founded in 1873, whose men's soccer program competes in the NAIA level in the heart of America's athletic conference. The Statesmen, that's their mascots, have earned top 10 national rankings in recent years, and they've advanced to the NAIA national tournament, making this an exciting opportunity for student athletes from our islands. This is really cool, and it's also great because it's a positive story here in the NMI. This is really outstanding. Man, I'm super excited about that. I'm just checking you guys in the comments, by the way. Saying, hey, whose songs are these? I grew pink highlights and bangs over my eyes. Hey, I'll tell you, all of our music is AI. I am totally rocking AI music. That's what we got going on over here. So now you know. There you go. Yeah, I'm really excited for today. Again, there's nonstop stuff, and so this is the life. Boom, 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 all the way through. And then this weekend, got a bunch of sports to cover, and our soccer league for the adults kicks off this weekend as well. Really excited about that, aside from just watching it and talking about it. And then that chat group, that's just a bunch of the guys just talking smack all year round in the off season. Then we get to play, and then afterwards hydrate, as you do, and talk about how great we were. And, we almost had that. Oh, yeah, remember? Oh, yeah, that dude was fast. I know, right? All that kind of stuff. That'll be happening this weekend. So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to, in about 30 minutes, if he gets here on time. If not, he's not a real early riser, but he's going to be doing a lot of great stuff. We're going to have Dan Shore joining us in studio to talk about this awesome event that's going to be happening over at Casa Marianas. We're going to get all the details from them for sure, but it's a really cool thing. Venus was on the line with us yesterday morning talking about it. And now we're going to get Dan on here to really showcase what they're going to be doing. They're literally putting together like a show, like a small movie or a show, but we'll hear from them directly. This is going to be the whole weekend. This is crazy. Check this out. It's literally all weekend. Learn how to make a movie with actor, director, producer, and our very own KSPN host, Dan Shore, at this intensive weekend filmmaking workshop. Dan brings decades of experience, having acted in films such as Tron, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Air Force One, and 50 other feature films and TV shows. Today, call times at 6 p.m. So he's going to have to hurry up and get the news done tonight so he can get over there. 6 to 8 tonight. That's their pre-production planning and script development. That's going to be something. Then Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're going to be filming all over Saipan. Can you believe it? And then Sunday, they're going to start at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for additional filming, and then they're going to start doing their editorial and post-production. People are going to be spending the night over at Casa Marianas. They're going to be working all night, like Lionel Richie, all night long. They're going to be working all night. And then they're going to end up working all day. I imagine this is as close as it gets to being a cast member or a writer on Saturday Night Live, where you're trying to crush all this stuff in the last couple of days before you crush it. Yeah. Tobot says, you're going to have a star from the blacklist? I want to have the star from the blacked out list, the Tint Man from Dan Dan, Tobot Castro. You got to make your way in the studio, and it'll be a lot of fun. For show. For real. Oh, man. Lot of great stuff. This is Saipan. Anybody who thinks that there's not a lot going on in Saipan and that there's nothing to do, it's just that you just don't know what it is yet. It's going to be great. This weekend is going to be great, and I'm looking forward to all of it. I just can't chow down on any hamburgers or burgers from Ina's Kitchen till tomorrow because Lent. I don't know. So let me ask you guys this. I should do a poll of, do you consider chicken meat? But I already know the real answer on that, so I can't mess with that anymore. But I wonder how many of you guys are actually knocking out real deal Lent stuff. My wife gives me a hard time about it because she's like, oh, what, you're not going to church every Sunday, but you're going to make sure you do this on Friday. I'm like, you got to pick your battles. To be fair, I'm like, I want one day a week where I don't have to get dressed up. Just give me a little bit of a break in the morning on Sundays. I need a little bit of a break, but I pray every day. This is true story. I pray every single day, and I observe Lent. But I don't know what to give up yet. Here's the thing. I have one in my pocket that I haven't done yet. It's only been a couple of days. Let's not get crazy. And it would be something to give up. And it would be a sacrifice. It's not like I'm losing it. But like if I'm giving it up for Lent. Last time I got shamed last year and I buckled. Dang it. I forgot about that part until just this conversation. I totally did. I got shamed. And I won't use the words that the person used. They said it pretty funny. Dang it. All right. I'm going to go and do the give up what I started to give up last year and didn't see all the way through. Yeah. All right. No drinking for Lent. Coffee. No, I'm drinking coffee and water and all that stuff. And so that means beer. Oh, what am I going to drink after the soccer game? I don't know. Water? Oh, it seems so lame. That's all right. But that's it. I'll stick with it. I will stick with it. What I end up doing often is not declaring what I'm giving up for Lent. And then as the days go on, I look back and I'm like, all right, well, what haven't I done that counts? I forget. And I'll end up coming up with something absolutely ridiculous. I'll say, all right, I'm going to give up swimming from Saipan to Tinian for Lent this year. Then It's not really giving it up if you don't do it. So that's it. That's what I'll do. I didn't do it last year. I buckled. I remember the exact conversation, the moment when I'm like, oh, it was one of those, let's get a beer. And I'm like, oh. And I was thinking, but I gave it up. And then before I could even say that, he's like, don't tell me you're one of these who give up drinking for Lent. And I'm like, he's like, and then this was the problem because then he followed up the conversation. Like, so-and-so, I won't even mention their names. Those so-and-sos, pejoratives. I'm like, dang it. All right, I could use a beer. Well, that's it. You got it. Eric, that's it. Not just beer, though, because I don't want to be the I'm not going to mix in like, oh, well, I gave up beer, so I'll just stick with Jameson or something. No. I'm going to go. I'll tell you what. I got some tasty beverages in the refrigerator now that are just going to stay in there a little bit longer. Unless you guys want to come over and visit, you guys can drink them yourselves. And I will just, I'll reload. Okay, should we already start the countdown? When does Lent end? 2026? I know it's 40 days. When does Lent end in 2026? And for April 2nd. So April Fools is just fooling you that Lent is over. It's not till the 2nd. Now, here's the big question. Does it end on the 2nd? Like you can start doing that stuff again on the 2nd, or do you have to wait until the 3rd? Okay, I think that's the appropriate question. Is that? I wonder, can we do that on here? Let's do this. This might be fun. I haven't done this with this phone. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go, you guys. No, here. Talk to Gemini.
Hi, I'm Gemini. We're about to go live, where you can explore complex topics or...
All right. Yeah, I don't need all that stuff. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's start chatting whenever you're ready.
Hey, Gemini, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. Thank you. How about you?
Oh, I'm just fine. Got a big question for you. By the way, you AI guy, you are on live on Good Morning Marianas with us. We have an important question for you today about Lent. Are you ready?
I'm ready. It's a pleasure to be on Good Morning Marianas. What would you like to know about Lent?
All right, this is the important stuff. We have already decided that we're going to give up alcohol for Lent. The question is, when does that mean we can start drinking alcohol again? Is it the last day of Lent or is it the first day afterwards?
Lent typically ends on Holy Saturday, which is the day before Easter Sunday. So theoretically, the observation concludes then, meaning you would be able to consume alcohol again on Easter Sunday. Some people, though, choose to extend it until Easter Monday, depending on their own personal practice. Does that make sense?
Why would anybody want to go one extra day?
It really just depends on personal preference and how they interpret the observance. For some, the extra day might feel like a more complete period of reflection, or simply a way to fully transition back. There's no strict right or wrong.
All right. Well, thank you. And is there any fun fact about anything you'd want to share with our viewers and listeners before we wrap up?
A fun fact is that the Northern Mariana Islands have active volcanoes. Islands like Agrahan, Anatahan, and Pagan have active volcanoes, making the landscape quite dynamic. Is there anything specific you're curious about?
No, but we need to work on that pronunciation there, Gemini.
My apologies. Pronunciation can be tricky. Are you referring to Agrahan, Anatahan, or Pagan? I'll do my best to get it right.
All right, you got Pagan right, but let's talk about the other one. So, Agrigan, Anatahan.
thank you for the correction. It's pronounced Agrahan and Anatahan. Are you interested in any specific facts about these volcanoes?
No, but if you enroll in our Chamorro pronunciation class, we will give you a discount of $9.95. All jokes. We got to work on that stuff. We'll see if we can't put it together.
I appreciate the offer. I'm always eager to improve, especially with regional pronunciations. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and good morning, Marianas.
There you go. Oh, one question. Here's one question before, because I'm seeing people in the comments. Do you know who the Tint Man from Dan Dan is here in Saipan?
I'm not familiar with the Tent Man from Dan Dan. Is that a local personality or something else?
Only one of the coolest guys in Saipan. His name's Tobat Castro. He is the Tint Man, not like a tent, like a tint, tinting windows.
Ah, I see. Tobat Castro, the Tint Man. It sounds like he's quite well known in Saipan. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, if you play your cards right, we can get you an autograph selfie.
That's a very kind offer. I'll have to see if my digital self can make it happen. Is there anything else I can help you with or share today?
No, that's it. Take care and make sure that you keep watching Good Morning Marianas, Gemini.
I certainly will. Thank you again for having me, and have a great show.
There you go. That was ridiculous and hilarious. I know we made Gemini come on the show. We could get everybody on the show. We can get Claude. We could get ChatGPT. You name it, we can get your AI. Oh, Grok. Have you messed around with Grok? Grok is the smart, alekiest AI of all of them. It is quite a bit different, and you can't count on it. Anyway, good morning, Annie. Great to see you this morning. Annie and Ann, great to see you guys. Eric says, hey, reminder, our gathering at the end of March. What is going on at the end of March? Oh, is this the our potluck stuff? Just remind me. Gemini opinion. Oh, Eric, that's a great one. We should definitely do that right now. All right. I know what the answer is. It's not good. We're gonna hear it. I will come back to it though. Hello.
Hello there. Is there anything I can assist you with?
Yes, we're back on Good Morning Marianas. This will be a lot of fun. So we have a question from one of the viewers. Says, Gemini, what's your opinion? Because we're talking about Lent. What is your opinion? Is chicken considered meat?
That's a common question during Lent. In the context of Lenten observances, chicken is typically considered meat and is often abstained from during days like Ash Wednesday and Fridays. The traditional interpretation focuses on warm-blooded animals. Does that clarify things?
Warm-blooded animals. You mean mammals?
Not strictly mammals only. The traditional interpretation typically includes birds like chicken, as they are also warm-blooded, distinguishing them from fish and other cold-blooded creatures. Does that make the distinction clearer?
Yes, it does.
Great. Is there anything else about Lent or any other topic you'd like to discuss today?
Nope, that's it. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks for having me on Good Morning Marianas.
How about that? That's ridiculous. It's she is, I'm sure, trying to save my soul on this one. I really thought that chicken, for years, that chicken didn't count as meat for all that stuff. But I know the difference now. I definitely know the difference now. But, you know, back in the day, I thought I had a pretty good argument. Like, no, chicken is foul. It's a bird. It's not meat. No. And so you guys play it the way you want to with Lent, but the official is that you're not supposed to do chicken either. As much as it pains me to say it, that chicken counts as meat for Lent. But so you got to fish on with your bad self. And by the way, when it comes to fish, we're in the best place for it. We've got fresh fish at like hardly anything a pound. And you know, a great place to go? If you haven't been there already, today's your day. Go right down the street. I think they open at 10. I don't know that they're open already. We can look it up. But Niao's Poke Deli. Niao's Poke Deli, it should be the lentiest Lent place. Let's find out. Hold on. Niao's Poke Deli. Let's see what they got. If I could find their hours really quick. They're not open. Oh, and they open at 10 a.m. They open at 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, the spread that they have over there is so good. It's really quite good. And the people are super nice. It's a local company. You can really get behind it. I mean, and you can feel good about it too. I'm a big fan. And by the way, there's all kinds of Lent specials all over. You know, even Surf Club has great Lent specials, and they're available already now. You can check that out. You can fast with them the whole Lent season. You can try their fish and chips. They got crispy, golden, perfectly seasoned at their local style fish escabeche, and they got fresh fish topped with our flavorful island style sauce. You can go through and see more of what they're serving. Give them a call at 235-1122. You can do that for takeout orders or to get your table squared away for you. You can also check out their social media pages for more promotions and updates. They've got fresh flavors and island favorites and Lenten goodness over at Surf Club. You don't want to miss it. Go check it out. In fact, maybe after we're done with our interview at 10 o'clock, that's where we'll end up heading. We'll head over to Surf Club and check out that fish and chips because I'm a big fan. Like fish fries, it's the best part. It's one of the best parts of Lent aside from, you know, what you're really doing with Lent, the 40 days, 40 nights and all that stuff. And leading us to Easter Sunday. Okay, you got me. By the way, I wonder why that Google told us that Lent was over on the second. When is Easter Sunday? Hold on 1 second. Easter Sunday 2026. Sunday, April 5th. So why did they say Lent ends on, Google was showing that Lent ends on April 2nd, but Easter Sunday is April 5th. So we're going all the way to April 5th on this one. So that's it. There you go. All right. Hey, we'll take a real quick break. We're not going to be going anywhere. Don't worry. We'll have news and headlines. In fact, let me see if the latest news is available for us right now in this sports. But we'll take a real quick break. We'll have more Good Morning Marianas, and we're going to have our guests coming in after this.
Shiny smiles all around where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with
They're friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're little league coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live, and that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
Sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face. Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan, no escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen. Talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Hearts on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas. Live from the reef to the ridge. Bread with the weather and a dare on the bridge. Traffic on Beach Road, kids half dressed. He jokes about rain and unpaid rent. Says call the show, tell me what you regret. Then plays our song like the second chance bet. He says, say your name, we say it like a prayer. Through busted speakers, we are almost there. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Shacks and condos, all sing with the fan. Good morning, Marianas. Old scars, new daylight. Brad talks nonsense, somehow gets it right. Who is this voice in my cracked dashboard? Why does it feel like he is keeping score of every tired island soul dragged out of bed? Every maybe I will make it spinning in my head. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Bad roads, good stories, all part of the plan. Good morning, Marianas. Yeah, shout it again. Brad says you are awake, so start living it then.
All right, Marianas, welcome back. It is Friday morning, 8:17. It is a beautiful day out there, and Saipan Nene, I'm telling you, that if I ate a roach that's not considered meat, I would say no. It's not roast beef, it's roach meat. That's a totally different thing. Or maybe that's it. Roach meat is the new roast beef. There you go. That's how you can live your life, knowing that you're going to be just fine. All right. Anyway, it is a great day. Thanks, Mayo. Thanks. All AI stuff. I'm telling you, have a lot of fun with all that stuff. You guys got an idea for a theme for a song. Like, we have had so much fun with all this stuff. Got so many different songs from all this stuff. It's almost like we're our own production house when it comes down to it. Not as cool as like Jordan Paradise, but just like from our own stuff. It's jamming. I love it. I have so much fun with all this stuff. We can hang out and do this stuff all day. So if you got a big theme, a big event coming up, let us know. In fact, we did it for the Pika Fest in Tinian, which was great. But now we are coming to Rhoda for the Galitas Festival. I can't wait for it because it's going to be super exciting. We've got everything taken care of. I just need to schedule that flight to get down there, but our room, the cars, all that stuff's all scored away, and there's going to be good food down there also. So can't wait. Want to say thanks to the folks over there in Rhoda for help to make this possible, so we can be down there and bring this stuff to you. We're going to be promoting it big time because I love Rhoda. The hardest part about Rhoda for me is not having all those connects and all that stuff down there. So it's harder for to get the rooms and the cars, and each time we end up doing it, it becomes a bigger and bigger deal. But this time, we are good to go, and we are scored away. Like going to Tinian, it's easier because there's more flights going back and forth. So if we have to do like a day trip or something, even though we'll miss out on the cool stuff at night, but we're able to do it. So March 20th to the 21st, it's going to be at the Chamorro Village in Rhoda. The Rhoda Mayor's Office, the CNMI, and the municipal council over there in Rhoda are going to be going all out to making sure you're going to have fun. They're going to have live entertainment, cultural dancers, exhibitions, and more. And we're going to have the mayor on next week. In fact, we wanted to have her on to talk about it this morning, but not just this morning, but sometime this week. But she's like, we got a big meeting on Friday. Can we do it next week? Because we're going to be finalizing some of the stuff. I'm like, no problem. So we're going to have the mayor of Rhoda on next week to talk about what's happening. So the Galita Festival, don't want to miss it. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to do it. In fact, here, we can post that up there for you. I know we already did post it on the socials and all that other stuff, but we'll be talking a lot more about it coming up. Special thanks to Representative Julie Ogo, the $1 million lady from Rhoda. She's gosh, how many years? Has it been 20 years since I've known you already, Julie? She is just great, and I can't wait to see her folks when I go down there. Now that she's the representative over there from Rhoda, she goes back and forth a lot more. But every time we go there, always try to bring something for her folks. And I know her dad loves the Roschetti over there from Herman's Modern Bakery, so I usually pick up a bunch of that stuff, and just got to figure out what we're going to bring down this time. What do you want? What do you need? I know it's not beer. He's not a drinker anymore, so that's perfect. And this is going to fall in that sweet spot where I won't be able to do that there either, but that's fine because that'll make the mornings even more fun over there. Oh, Tobot says, I tinted her monster truck. That's awesome. That's great. Diana, thanks for joining us this morning. Great to see you as well. Thanks for joining us. By the way, we're going to have our guests coming in here in about 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions or any topics you guys want to get to, please give us a call at 789-2323, 670-789-2323. And thanks for giving us a heads up. I didn't realize that the volume on the phone was as low, but that's what got us all squared away. T. Sammy in the house. Good morning. Great to see you this morning as well. Buenas to you. And Ignacio over there in YouTube land. Great to see you. This guy sends some inspirational messages like Eric Moffness out there. And Eric Moffness is always out there and doing that for the vets. I'm telling you, it's almost like getting started your day. You already got something positive coming your way. As soon as you wake up, you pick up your phone, see what's going on. You got a message from one of your friends, folks who get really close to you pretty quick. Just an encouraging little bit. Maybe it's a little prayer, maybe it's a little something. But I'll tell you, in that Project Buddy Check 670 group that we got, man, I'll tell you, it's awesome. It is. I absolutely love it, and getting that kind of stuff. Speaking of vets, Jeff Bacani, is his birthday today. I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's about 18, but he's probably, I don't know how old is Jeff. He can't be 40. He's in his 30s, right? But Jeff Bacani, happy birthday to you. I want to call him like live on the air, but I don't think he's able to take that call when he's working right now. But anyway, happy birthday to you, buddy. This dude is hilarious. You got a great sense of humor. One of the funnier guys that I know for sure. It's just awesome. So I hope you have a great day. I hope this is your best year so far, and it's great. We got some good stuff coming in. Saipan then he says, for Tobot says, Kulan, your service is sponsored today. Oh, here he comes. Got free shout out from me. Absolutely. And also Annie is out there. Now Annie's talking about the important stuff. We're talking about Lent and meat and chicken and what counts and all that. She says the USDA defines meat as the flesh of animals, including fish and birds. The American Meat Science Association, that sounds like an interesting association, breaks it up into these categories. So yes, chicken is considered meat, but is fish is included in that, but somehow it doesn't count for the other stuff. I don't know. All right, here's what I do know. I know that we've got our guest is in here. I want to make sure we can get him some coffee and get him ready for the show. So let me just do a real quick refresh. Plus, he just hiked up to the top of Mount Everest over here, and we want to make sure he can recover from that bout of, one, waking up early, and two, force fitness on the way up here. So let me see if I can't find something for you real quick. Let's just get you another update. For some reason, Associated Press is dragging this morning on their update. So here, let's get you a little bit of sports. We'll be right back.
Fox Sports Update.
An epic clash at the Winter Olympics is still in play, but just barely. The United States and Canadian hockey teams received scares on Wednesday, but both are moving on to the semifinals of the tournament. Team USA defeated Sweden 2-1 in overtime, thanks to a goal from Quinn Hughes, after the Swedes forced the extra period with a late goal in the third. The U.S. now moves on to face Slovakia on Friday. Earlier in the day, Canada rallied to defeat Czechia 4-3 in overtime, sending the top seed into the semis to face Finland. The Canadians trailed by a goal late in the third period before Nick Suzuki tied the score on a deflection with 3:27 remaining, and Mitch Marner ended the game in OT.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Heading over to college hoops, Creighton went into UConn and stunned the Huskies.
The Creighton Blue Jays come to Stores and stun the number 5 team in the country.
That was courtesy of TNT, as Creighton, who entered Wednesday night losing 5 of their last 6, defeated 5th-ranked UConn 91-84. Staying in college basketball, Texas Tech star forward JT Toppin will miss the rest of the season after tearing his ACL in a loss to Arizona State on Tuesday. Toppin, a preseason AP All-American, is the Big 12's leading rebounder and ranks 3rd in the league in points per game. In NFL news, the off-the-field legal issues for Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice continue. Rice's former girlfriend has filed a civil lawsuit in Texas, alleging he repeatedly assaulted her from December 2023 to July 2025. The woman, Dakota Jones, is seeking more than $1 million. In a statement, Rice's attorney said in part, quote, on October 9th, 2025, well after the parties' relationship had ended, Ms. Jones stated under penalty of perjury in a sworn affidavit for non-prosecution that, quote, Mr. Rice and I had a verbal argument, but he did not punch me. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions,
and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dan Dan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274 or email gborja@nmposse.org.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Air. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, those kind of wish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. Little laughter and stories, come what may.
All right, good morning, Marianas, and welcome back. We are here on a Friday morning. 8:30 is your time here as we're enjoying just a nice little day. It's not pouring rain, a little bit of a cleansing rain this morning. Woke up in a cloud, and it was pretty nice. And then we had all kinds of fun stuff to talk about this morning for the conversations. Agriganja 10 says, Walushal, good morning, Yil. Great to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in again this morning. It's always great to see you guys. And the conversations that take place in the comment section is really, it's free. But it's like I could just sit back and not even talk about anything, just watch you guys chat it up in there. Some of them just crack me up. Anyway, speaking of cracking me up, it's one of the funniest guys I know. He's got a serious side too, but we get to talk about things once in a while, and we've got him back on the show. I'm really excited about it. We got our buddy Dan Shore with us in studio. Dan, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. I can't hear anything.
Oh, here, wait, put it back out. You'll be able to hear
I don't need to use this. Hello.
Is that better enough?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I hit the button with my...
Good morning, everybody. This is, in case you didn't know, this is really early for me. This is when I'm usually brushing my tooth.
Well, this is par for the course for us, my friend. I'm sorry that we got you up there, but I'm thankful that we got you up here with us this morning. Thanks so much for being here. I loved the last time you were here. It was like at least a year ago. It was more than a year ago.
I don't know.
Well, we need to have you on here more, but I know people can find you online all the time, at least 3 days a week.
Yeah.
How you been? What you been up to?
Well, this morning I was napping, sleeping fitfully. Here's what's going on. I'm doing a film workshop tonight. All weekend, we're doing a film workshop for anybody who wants to make a movie. We're going to make a movie this weekend. And what happened was, in the middle of the night last night, I had a Saipan anxiety attack.
What?
In New York, when you have an anxiety attack, you need to get up walk around the block, kick a hobo, you know? In Saipan, when you have an anxiety attack, you get up, you have a nice little cup of milk, and you go back to bed. But still, what's going on is, and I was thinking about this, I have been a news person on Saipan for about a year and a half, right? I'm still new at it. So my self-judgment is cool. I do what I do. I make these news programs, write them, shoot them, and enjoy them, and do my best, and hope that it doesn't bite, you know, and it usually doesn't. It's usually pretty good. We have a great time creating stories and telling the tales of this island. It means a lot to us, but I have no self-judgment. I've been making films for 50 years, and my ego was completely wrapped up in excellence. It's as if you going out tomorrow, you go up in the middle of the night, you wake up and you go, shoot, I got to go into combat tomorrow. Holy cow, I remember combat, and I was really good at it. But, oh my God, now these troops are counting on me, right? So I wake up in the middle of the night and I go, oh my God, I haven't done this. I haven't led a film project in months, if not years. And do you know how old I am? I'm so old that I can't remember if it were months or years. But it is what I do, and what we need to do is just what I realized, a big note to artists, which is the same note that you give to an athlete, which is trust. Just do it.
What's my motivation?
I can make that up in an hour, in a second. Your motivation is joy, brother.
So, you know, I really appreciate watching folks who are in that business. And I not that I do it with any envy, because I think that window would have passed me by decades ago. But when I watch it now, like, I love watching the interviews. I love watching their interactions with each other. And a lot of them are online, because like I feel like I'm in on some of the inside jokes, because I know some of these talking points for years, and the jokes and how they make fun of themselves sometimes. That's like that motivation thing. Like, what's my motivation? Right. It's such like an actor thing or a director thing, right? As like one of those, you know, jokes that you almost kind of, it seems to me like it's one of those things where you're either doing that to someone who's the prima donna guy or somebody who's just new to it, and kind of joking on them a little bit.
Yeah, but you do it. It's what you do.
You got to know what it is, right?
You got to know. I mean, it's, what do I want? That's what's my motivation means. What do I want? I'm now you're on TV right now, or the internet. You want to entertain your audience. What do you want? I want to entertain my audience. I want to educate my audience. I want to enlighten my audience. I want to share with my audience. I want to create a team with my audience. Those are your motivations. We don't have to say that. We know what our motive. We come in, and you know, if you're a baseball player, see ball, hit ball. You know, yeah. That is your motivation: see ball, hit ball. But then you have all these techniques to get to see ball, hit ball. Okay, we have techniques that we make fun of each other about all the time, because we approach it differently. Everybody approaches it differently. But yes, and I will be doing that this weekend. I will be going to people going, what is your motivation? Because if you don't have one, you pretty much suck.
Nice. Well, yeah, I would imagine. I love watching the interviews that they have with the actors, like when they talk about what their audition process was like, and how, you know, sometimes, like one of the ones I just watched recently was about one of the actors who landed a role that they thought their friend was going to get, and they went for it also at the urging of that friend. You know, someone said, "Oh, you should really go out there and get it." Then they got it instead of their friend. Their friend was a little miffed until they saw the movie and was like, "You were great.
Yeah,
you're exactly what it should be." So going in and doing something a little bit different, and you know, like this is going to be a big thing that you got going on this weekend, but. Can you tell me about, like, maybe you want to tell us about, like, one of the auditions that you went for that, I don't know, maybe, like, where you went outside of what you would normally do? You thought you'd take a risk?
I did a thing called just popped into my head. I did a movie called Rumor of War, and it was a Vietnam War miniseries for television. I went in and I was reading for one part, and I said, "Look, guys, I don't want to play that part. I want to play this part." And it was a tiny little role of a guy called Manhole, and I remember going in there and jumping on the furniture, and getting shot and throwing myself off of the furniture onto the ground, and wrote this monologue on the spot, just improvising what I would want to say. And it was a tiny part, but I got to do exactly what I had always dreamed of doing, and be what I wanted to be. And they took all of it, including me. And it was really quite astonishing. That happened. It was called A Rumor of War, and the line was, "All I ever wanted to be was a hero."
Wow.
And I died.
Wow. When was this?
This was in the early 80s. It was shot in Villahermosa, Mexico, and it was with Brad Davis was the lead, Brian Dennehy, Michael O'Keefe. Larry Fishburne was my best friend in it.
Really?
Yeah. It was a 6-hour miniseries, and basically I was part of a platoon that goes through Vietnam and does some really dark shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I mean, it was based on a true story.
Well, now it gives me something new to look up.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back and watch some of your old performances, or is it just something that you just, it's like, yeah, that was then?
I only watch the ones that repeat all the time. With the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which shows up. You know what I mean? That shows up. Tron shows up. I have to hunt for other things, and it's kind of no, I don't.
Well, is there, aside from the biggest ones and the one you just mentioned, right? The one you just mentioned.
Tron.
Is there one, the Rumor of War.
Rumor of War.
In particular. Is there one that sticks out as like one of those that is your favorite, or something where you thought you really did something impactful?
Well, I was in, several, but the weird thing is that, and I do dream about this stuff sometimes, I'm sure you do too, about your moments, right? That yours were life and death, and mine were life and death. Actors approach something, even though it's not. Your inside approaches the story as if it were. I did a miniseries called Studs Lonigan, where I was discovered, one of the first. I've been discovered a bunch of times, but that was in New York City, and they discovered me. Studs Lonigan was a massive novel at the turn of the century about the coming-of-age boy, street boy, young punk in Chicago. And it was the first American novel that talked about sexuality, and it was huge. And I auditioned to play the best friend, and I got the lead, which was completely unexpected. And they fly me out to Los Angeles for a screen test, and I get the screen test, and then we shoot this thing, and I lived it for. I was working with the best actors in the world. Colleen Dewhurst and Charles Durning were my parents. I don't know if you know, these were Broadway stars, not Broadway actors. These were Broadway legends, and they were my parents. And I worked with people like Brad Dourif and Harry Hamlin, and Michael Keaton was my sidekick.
Wow. Harry Hamlin, I haven't heard his name in years. Yeah. He was a great actor.
It's great.
Man, you've been doing it for such a long time, and I think this may be one of the questions we asked last time you were here. I mean, is this one of these things where, when people ask, what do you do, and do you say I'm the news guy now that I've been doing it for a year and a half, or you're like, I'm an actor?
I'm an actor, but I've been the news guy for a year and a half. It is my identity. It's not my identity in the way that it used to be. It used to be my identity as my air, as my breath. It's like I'm a baseball player, right? And now it's something that I do. It doesn't define me at all any longer. Only it defines me that I actually did some stuff in the world before I arrived here.
Well, I feel like it's been a lot more fun getting to know you better this past year and a half, because I get to see like the work you're doing now, and it feels like you have the ability to really have an impact on the community. Aside from what you're doing this weekend, but the stories that you tell and the way you present them and everything like that, you actually aren't just putting on a performance for folks. Even though every night the news is a performance, like that's it, lights on, here we go, bam. But the stories, putting them together, you actually interacting with the community and being a part of it and being able to share the story of like the heartbeat of what's happening in the Marianas.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
So this weekend, starting tonight,
yes,
you've got the coolest adult sleepover of the entire, I don't know the last time I went to something like this. This thing sounds amazing.
Well, it's Blaine Grabois and I were just chatting away at Casa Marianas, and I found out he was a television producer and a film producer. I mean, hundreds of projects, many of which were, the making of movies, that sort of thing, and a lot of anime, a lot of cool stuff. I mean, he's a producer. He gets things done. And I said, I've been wanting to get things done since I've been here, a year and a half. I said, I want to do things. I want to do stuff. What I do well is, and what I enjoy most, is making movies, theater. But most importantly is movies. And Saipan is an undiscovered gem. It's not an undiscovered gem. It's a magic spot on the earth. And the fact that it's been ignored for this long is bizarre. And I think the only way to make movies is to, make movies. And I say, let's do it. And he said, let's do it. And he said, 3 weeks from now. I said, yes. So now I don't sleep last night because I go, oh my God, now we got to do this. Now he also comes from a project which was called 24-hour theater. And you would sit and write a project and stay up all night and write it. The whole team. Sit there all night long and write it with pillows. And that's what he had in mind. I'm a little older and a little more tired. I think we're going to arrive at 6 p.m. We are going to meet whoever shows up, and we're going to be writing a project with and for whoever is there. And that is going to not be a 24-hour theater piece, which could last an hour, where you have to write 60 pages of dialogue. We are going to create between 5 and 15 pages of story, which we are going to film on Saturday and Sunday. So my bet is that we'll be done by, the team will be done by 10 o'clock, and then me and whoever else are going to finish it up, the script. And then by Saturday morning, we're all back. We're going to break into teams and shoot it. And by Sunday, it will be all edited. Then they have a movie night at Casa Marianas, and it will be part of that movie night. And it will air on KSPN2, which is why I didn't sleep last night, because I was worried, damn, what if it's not good? When the answer is, it's going to be good. I mean, and if it's not good, it isn't for lack of trying. And there will be palm trees. There will definitely be clear, beautiful water. The scenery is not going to be ignored. It's an impossibility.
Well, just the whole project just sounds so great. I don't like saying the word ambitious because it almost sounds like it's asking for too much. So ambitious is not the right word. It just sounds like an adventure. That's right. And this is what I'm super excited about, like the idea of doing all this stuff. Now, when I look at the flyer that came out the post and all that, the first thing I thought of is like, wow, this is awesome. It says 6 to 8 for tomorrow. Or tonight, but you're already saying like this is going to go later than that. I mean, we are going to be crushing.
But here's the thing: if you're there at 6 o'clock and you're 15 years old or you're 18 years old, and you got to leave by 8, we already know we're going to be writing for you. The point is that the people come tonight. We're going to write for who's there. We're not going to go out and cast this tomorrow. You're the cast, and if nobody can act, it's going to end up being me. It's like it's always been. If it has to be me, I'm going to cover it. If it's not me, it's going to be whoever's there. And I already know some people that are coming who are definitely cinematic. You want to put them on camera. It's a done, okay? So if you are interested in being on camera, this is your shot. Get there at 6 o'clock. We're going to write for who's there. We're going to tell stories for people who have ideas. I have backup ideas because I'm not stupid. But I want your ideas. Here's the other thing about Saipan. I've been wanting to write Saipan stories and make Saipan's movies for over 20 years. And then I realized that your stories are more interesting than mine. You know, definitely. I want to know your stories. I want to know the stories that you want to tell. What relative do you want to talk about? What dream have you had about a neighbor and the fantasy of their life that you want to talk about? What do you want to share? What does the island mean to you? You know?
Yeah, and so this is where I'm like, I can't wait to see the final results of this stuff, because I'm trying to think of like how this would all come together. Like, do you already have an idea of a story where you want to start? Like, does it start with a framework? Does it start with like one sentence, Saipan in the 70s, or, you know, wherever, and then you build it from there? And where does that first little nugget that you build around, where does that come from?
It's going to talk from people giving biographies of themselves. But that's how I've done it before. But this time, it's not going to be ourselves. My name is Moises Shapiro. I've come back to Saipan after 20 years away. My brother got out of prison, and I had to kill him. That is a story. It's true. It's something I could do, something we could shoot. But that's just an example. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
But I can give a nugget. I want people to tell true stories that have happened to them or not happened to them, but are believable and extreme.
Well, that's an extreme one. I remember that story. Yep.
To me, it's the greatest story never told. But this is how we can shoot it if it's me, because I'm there. You know, so I want you to tell stories that interest you, that fascinate you. You know, it could be my uncle was a soldier, and I always wanted to be one, and he never came back. And how am I going to meet him again?
Wow. So today, pre-production, planning, and script development.
Yes.
It's going to go deep into the night till it's done.
Till it's done. But you don't have to be there till it's done. I have to be there till it's done.
Right. I'm thinking about this adventure for you, too.
Yeah.
Then Saturday, it's like, for a guy who doesn't like getting up early, you got to get up early after not getting a whole lot of shut-eye, right? So, and who knows how many hobos you're going to kick while you're working this stuff out overnight. So then you go out and you start filming. Showtime's at 8?
8.
And then you're going to go out and start shooting the stuff that you guys knocked out the night before.
Yeah. We're going to do it all during one day. And you have to realize that it's going to culminate. Every climactic moment in this thing is going to be shot during magic hour. So that's the thing, magic hour between 5 and 7 p.m. So that's when the magic light is. No matter where you are on this island, you do not have a bad shot between 5 and 7. So we're going to be doing all the establishing stuff early on. We're going to send teams out creating all the establishing shots. But we do know that the climax is going to be between 5 and 7 p.m. somewhere.
How about your shooters, your equipment, and all this other stuff? Does it depend on who shows up tonight?
That's exactly it. Who shows up. And guess what? My iPhone is as good as anything we use on the news. It's not as good as your camera.
Oh, I need it. I mean, you're rocking this. You got to get out and get a better camera. Clean it up a little bit. So I got to have good cameras.
Yes, so do we, but we don't. Either we do or we don't. It depends who shows up. You know, I mean, some people have SLR cameras that will bring. If they do, you're cameraman. End of story. We're going to decide who's going to do what, who wants to do what, and who's going to, you know, and we're going to have to mix and match. So we're going to have to find a way to, within a story, to have different points of view.
Well, you've only got a couple hours of shooting. Excuse me. Tomorrow.
Yeah, the shooting is all day long, but a couple of hours of climax.
Okay.
So if you're going to kill your brother, you're going to do it in the sunset.
Oof. There you go. It's an autobiography. Now, do you have any brothers?
No, but I know one who's going to be there.
Nice. All
Blaine
right.
Gravois dying tonight.
Nice.
If we're not going to use that story, but yeah.
Sorry, Blaine. All right. Dan and Blaine's Excellent Adventure taken on tonight at 6 p.m. over there at Casa Marianas. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is such a great adventure. This is an opportunity for artists, for actors, for folks who never did it and folks who are seasoned in it. Maybe people who just want to shake it up a little bit, get out of their comfort zone. This sounds like it's going to be fun.
And I want to tell you something that you do know. It's not a maybe. There are people on this island, I know Ben Salas, for example, who is better at this than me, and it isn't close. Okay? And that's part of one of the reasons I'm back and want to do this. It's like you were talking about people, someone got an audition for somebody else. And what a mensch thing to do. I did that my entire career. I brought people along with me. People brought me along with them. I believe in that. And I want to create. I may never have that opportunity again as an artist, because my competition right now are great actors. They're not, is Sean Penn going to not do a job and then they're going to call me? No, that's not happening. I'm so far down the line at this point. But I know that there are people on this island who are as gifted as I ever was and are as magic as I ever was. And my gift in life, when you reach a certain age, is to inspire other people, to turn them on, to get them out, share what they have. And this is an opportunity just to, look, what can we can't create an Academy Award-winning production tomorrow. There's no chance. But we can do is inspire each other and create teams. And those teams can eventually make stuff here on Saipan that can compete with the world. And if not compete, I think that's the wrong word. That can share with the world and be accepted by the world. I have no doubt, none whatsoever. I know how good these people are. Xerxes Magarero is coming tonight. He was my cameraman 20 years ago. Xerxes is better than I'm shooting for the news. He's 10 times better than me, not a little bit. And they're not the only ones. I know these kids in high school are doing this stuff. They're really good.
Well, this is going to be great. I can't wait to see it. I wish I could even be there. Like I can't really pitch in too much because tomorrow I'm spoken for most of the day. Right. But I definitely want to go down there and check it out tonight because this thing just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And Phoenix was saying there's food too.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yes, that's what that Blaine wants to serve food. Blaine is Jewish. Eat. It's the Jews and Chamorros. Very close. Very close. Eat.
This is true. That's why I think we all get along.
It's not good food.
It's just food. Food works.
Might be pizza. Who knows?
Pizza is great food. I'm a big fan of it. And by the way, easy time for me to slide in there and say, Godfather's has the best pizza in Saipan. It's science. I think that's agreed. Hold on, really quick. Some folks popping in here late saying, "Oh, I love it." Here's hoping Rafalosh gets a share of the limelight. This is from Mike Greg Tawai, who's out here with us. He's like, he should feature a young, talented kid like Austin Cole Peter. So he's already thrown out names for you.
Get him there.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to be there. You can't just. You're not out there knocking on doors. People have to come here because they're interested in this stuff.
Bring him.
This is great. This is really great. Now I want to talk about the serious part about this that people around the world really want to know. I want to know where this photo of you that's in this corner. What year is this photo from? Because that is such a cool looking photo. In fact, hold on. I got you. You're covered up over here. I got to get that logo out of the way. Right there. I got a young curly cued guy. Those are glasses before the ones you're wearing right now too. It looks like your collar is flipped up. You look like a professor at a university, an acting coach. When was this photo taken? This is a great headshot.
New York City, I guess maybe 10 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, when I was skinnier. And I swear to God, I am wearing the exact same suit that I wear on the air now.
Really?
Which means I bought that suit in Italy, but I can't button it anymore.
That is awesome.
I can't button it. I watch the news and I go, oh my God, I can't. I look like Stan Laurel.
No. That's awesome. And that's a deep cut. I don't know. Not a lot of Laurel and Hardy folks who are going to get this one. I got it. I'm with you.
It's actually Oliver Hardy who's the fat one.
Yep. Stan Laurel, at least you were the skinny guy with the little bowl cap.
Well, in my old days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, that's about it. What else you got?
Is there something else to have?
I don't know. I mean, you got a lot going on out here. I feel like this time around, I'm happier because I got to know you a lot better this time around. I met you the first time you were here, but now, you're a different stage of life right now, and you've got different experiences. Like, what keeps you busy outside from planning awesome things like this?
I've been writing a lot, but most importantly is my child's having a baby. I'm going to be a grandpappy. Yeah, so that's a big deal. That is a big deal. That we're going to be playing baby toss.
That's awesome. Baby toss. That sounds like the new game show brought to you by Dan Shore. Available. You can watch it every Friday night on KSPN right after the news. Stick around for baby toss with Dan. That's great.
I can't wait.
Everyone's a winner with baby toss. I would tune in for this show. I think it would be awesome and it would be hilarious. Hey,
the results of what we're going to have a screening at Casa Marianas. When it's done, they do Friday night movies now. So this is going to be part of the Friday night movie series, and then it'll probably be open for another movie, and then it's going to be on KSPN. So unless it's really bad, then
how long is it going to be?
Until it's done. No, I don't know how long it's going to. Don't know because if it's a matter of can we shoot it in a day and a half. Mm-hmm. That's all. It doesn't matter how long it is. You know what I mean? You could shoot a 30-minute thing in 2 days, depending on what the story is or how simple it is.
Well, we're not talking about like a 3-hour two-parter, or
no, literally, if we can hold attention for 30 minutes, we'll do 30 minutes. If not, it's going to be 5. Somewhere between 5 and 30 minutes.
Great. Well, I like the shared viewing experience of like a movie theater. So the idea of going to Casa Marianas for this, it sounds awesome.
Yeah. And they have popcorn.
Whoa. Well.
Yeah. I mean, it's messy. It's really messy, but it's popcorn.
It's great. It helps sell those beverages, dude. Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, this is great stuff. By the way, folks, if you're watching, this is your opportunity to join this tonight. Mike says, "Hey, please share the link so we can." Please share the link so he can send it over there to Austin. So I'll do that for you. I'll get you. You can see it. We actually posted it, I believe. But if not, I'll make sure I get it. Can I post photos in the comments? I can't. Mike, I'm going to email you. I'll email it to you directly, but we'll post it on there. We'll post it up after the show and make sure we get it up there. All right, well, hold on. Here's the fancy thing, if I do it right. ITN News Time, 9:01. Hey, how about that? Well,
do we have power today?
We do. We have power today. How long it lasts, nobody knows. So play baby toss while you can until we get it all figured out. Dan Shore, thanks for joining us on the show this morning.
My joy.
All right. Well, we do have an update from the Associated Press. So before we get out of here, we're going to get you guys that right now. So thanks to Dan for being here. We're going to chat it up a little bit. I'm going to get some coffee that's been waiting for me. And then, but we're going to get you the news. Here you go.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Britain's former prince, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, was arrested and held for hours by police today on suspicion of misconduct in public office. It's all related to his links to Jeffrey Epstein, the first time in nearly 4 centuries that a senior British royal has been placed under arrest. President Trump was asked about it this afternoon.
I think it's a shame. I think it's very sad. I think it's so bad for the royal family. It's a very, very sad. To me, it's a very sad thing.
This morning, the president convened the first meeting of his Board of Peace. Sagar Meghani has a report.
The president says 9 members have pledged a combined $7 billion toward a Gaza relief package.
The Board of Peace is showing how a better future can be built, starting right here in this room.
And he says the U.S. is pledging $10 billion for the board, without specifying how the money will be used. 5 nations will contribute troops to an international stabilization force in Gaza.
We will help bring the security the Gaza needs for a future of prosperity and enduring peace.
Major General Jasper Jeffers' force calls for 12,000 police and 20,000 soldiers in Gaza. The president created the board as part of a plan to end the Gaza conflict, but the ceasefire deal there remains fragile, and some allies are skeptical of the board. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
Weekly economic reports, mortgage rates still easing, a 30-year averaging 6.01%. Jobless claims down last week. On Wall Street, a down day for stocks. The Dow fell 267 points, or about 0.5%. The S&P and the Nasdaq each dropped about 0.3%. And at the Olympics, it was a tightly fought conclusion to the women's hockey. U.S. captain Hillary Knight scored a tying goal with about 2 minutes to go to send the game against Canada to overtime. Megan Keller scored on a backhander, 4:07 into OT, to give the USA its 3rd Olympic gold medal. This is AP News. A Rhode Island man's story of stopping a gunman.
Michael Black and his wife were watching a youth hockey game in Pawtucket, Rhode Island Monday afternoon when he heard 2 pops.
As I heard a 3rd pop, I turned my head to look through, and that's where I saw a gun being pointed at the family in the 2nd row.
Police say 56-year-old Robert Dorgan had shot and killed his ex-wife and adult son and wounded his ex-in-laws and a family friend. Black says as other people were fleeing, he jumped on the gunman and they fought for the weapon. 2 other men came to Black's aid and the gunman dropped to the ground.
And pulled out a 2nd gun and took it and put it right in his mouth and shot himself.
Black says his friends in the police department have warned him that he's likely to go through a process, but he says he's not going to allow the shooter to change his life. I'm Donna Warder.
More news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.